I got here and I had something like 3 minutes left on my clock. He said, my whole goal today was to get to the Road Angel Trucker Center. That made me feel pretty good. Like we're doing something right, you know?
All right, we're speaking with Mark Hewitt, the director of Road Angel Trucker Center. Mark, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. And you?
Not too bad. Just want to kind of speak about your organization here, and I want you to let everybody know, just kind of maybe give you a little background and what you guys do offer there in Illinois.
Yeah, we have a very unique place here where we have 35 acres, parking for about 50 trucks, paved, well lit. And we offer free parking, free laundry, free coffee, free snacks, free food to drivers. And people say, why would you do that? And we say, because we love truck drivers. And we bring them in and we give them all whatever they need. And what I tell my staff is, we want that driver to leave here better off than he was when he came in. And and the drivers like it because it's a place they can come and call their own. They can just relax. They can really, it's like an oasis for them to, just kind of fuel up and refresh. And that's the basis of what we do. It's at exit 68 on I-70 in Brownstown, Illinois, which is 70 miles east of St. Louis and about 30 miles west of the big cross at Effingham.
You're at a pretty busy, I guess you want to call it, intersection there, a junction. A lot of people come through. So I guess free. You mentioned that a lot. That's always kind of a good thing there. I'm sure. I mean, myself, a lot of people don't mind anything free, but just I guess we want to kind of make sure that everyone knows that it's available, and is there a qualification? Is there something that they need to do, or what's the to take advantage of these great amenities that you offer? What's the key there?
Well, there's really no qualification except, we do mostly truck drivers, of course, but any traveler that's coming along, we've had people break down. We've had, we're kind of, you never know what's going to come through our doors, but we try our best to help everybody with something. But truck drivers is our main thoroughfare there. We have 12,000 trucks a day come by here. And obviously they don't all know about it because we're not full every day. So
Yeah, and you mentioned all the amenities, of course, but also you do a lot of events. You guys go to the big shows, of course, but you also maybe are more kind of involved in some other events throughout the year. Could you maybe kind of talk a little bit about what you guys do with the events and reaching out and expanding beyond just your headquarters there in Illinois?
right. Well, we go to Matt's and Walcott and a few truck shows, but we have what we call the Truckers Jamboree. Well, we don't call it Truckers Jamboree because that Walcott has that copyrighted, but we call it Jamboree, and we have it the third week of September every year, and the third full week. And we have speakers and singers and we have different trucks come, and then we have some vendors come. We last year we had Samaritan's Purse there with us, um, and we just have a really good time. And it's like it's almost like a family reunion. It's like so the people come back and but we end up having like about 150 people there, uh, and it's growing every year. It's getting bigger, and so we like to celebrate, and we'd sure like to have you come by. We've got two or three good camp spots that we can hook a camper to. And otherwise, we have the 35 acres. We've got about 14 acres of parkland. So there's lots to do. We have horseshoes and we got things going on all the time. So that's our big event we do every year. Um, mostly, but we have the facility here to do car shows or truck shows or, so if anybody's got any ideas, something they want to do, that's fine. But the main idea is to be here for those truck drivers. That's why we're here. We're here to give you a place where, and we're a Christian organization. We don't beat you up with the Bible. We don't John 3:16 everybody. We just, but we talk to you and we talk to you about life, about what's going on, about trucks, about whatever, and if you have a need for counseling or somebody to just kind of to talk through things, we got somebody here to do that. And my background is I got about 80 hours of psychology, sociology, and anthropology. along with 40 years of experience in working in the trucking industry. So um, we have expertise here to help, so.
You spoke about kind of ideas, or leads me into the next question here is just, the amenities are amazing. And it's great you guys are able to offer free, but I'm sure you'd like more people get involved in sponsors, whatever you want to do. How do people get involved with these ideas and kind of coming to you? Like, is there, best way to reach out? Can you just maybe give a little information upon that?
Right. Well, the best thing to do is go to our website, and that's roadangeltruckerscenter.com. And if you go there, you can get a hold of me. You can get a hold of, you can call, you can leave a message. I give you my cell phone numbers, 507-271-6108. And you can call me anytime. And my private email is bampastormark@yahoo.com. So we have a lot of ways to contact us, and we of course go by donations. So we about 40% of our revenue comes from driver donations, and then the rest of it has to come from outside donations. And OIDA is one of our sponsors, and we appreciate that. And so if we need to get a few more of those. It's like this year, food costs have went up, where it used to cost me $800 a week, now it costs me $1,500 a week. So you can get some idea of how it takes money to buy beans. There's no doubt, but we want to make sure we give that service to these drivers. And people will say, "Well, why would you do that for drivers? They make money." Well, number one, if you had ever been a driver, you'd understand that you get kicked to the corner everywhere you go. Get over there and wait for 2 hours. Maybe I'll unload you, and get in line to get loaded. That takes 5 hours, and it's just then your dispatcher's on the phone going, "Well, you got to hurry up. In other words, you're not going to get there." So they're under a lot of pressure, and surely enough, we try to be a pressure valve. We give them a way to just let off some steam about that, and they don't have to worry about anything. If they don't have any money, they don't have to worry about it. It's like, so that's why we do it that way. And of course, we're a ministry. We're trying to help people come closer to the Lord. But it's the only one like it in the United States that I know of. And I drove 15 years and I never saw another one. And so I'd like to put up 5 more. Well, they said that's pretty ambitious. Well, it just takes some good sponsors to show up and decide what we're going to do. And because we want one in every spot, like Atlanta, Dallas, in the big spots in the United States, so that any driver gets a chance to go by a Road Angel Trucker Center.
Well, yeah, and just speaking with you, just you're here for the truck drivers, and that's a great way to do it. Just offer them kind of, almost like a sanctuary, like you said, an oasis. Because I know along with your amenities, there's kind of a lounge setting. Even seeing there's mention of just like some yard games, if you will, just for people to relax and kind of kick back.
Yep.
And you talked about just the way the drivers are treated on the road is we got this legislation going through where they're not even required to offer a bathroom, let alone anything beyond that. So I'm sure just that's kind of the spot you guys are trying to hit there, because like you said, it's an often overlooked industry and occupation, and just it's good to see organizations like yourself kind of trying to fill in those gaps and help truckers as much as possible.
Well, and realize that without truckers, we got nothing. I mean, we don't have anything within like a week or so. Your shelves on your grocery shelves would be empty if there was no truckers. And so it is such a vital cog in our economy and what goes on. We have to do everything we can to help them get through and do the job. It takes a guy with a lot of courage, or a gal, because we have a lot of women doing, and it takes people with courage to do this job. And there's a lot of obstacles to go through. So it's a little bit more than just sitting there and holding the steering wheel. And like I said, if anybody's ever driven a truck, you realize that you got to be paying attention all the time. You got to keep that trailer in the lane where it's supposed to be, and all of that. So there's a little bit more to it than you think. And so that's why the pressure is there, and that's why the stress is there, and that's why we're here to take that away.
Again, we're speaking with Mark Hewitt, the director of the Road Angel Trucker Center. I'm sure you have lots of stories of just, even testimonies, if you want, if you will, just about just the experience that drivers have had there. Could you maybe just, I know you don't have to necessarily be detailed and get into, a quote for per se, but just what's kind of some of the response that you do receive from people that, maybe didn't know about your facility or did know someone told them and they went there, or they knew their route was taking them there and they made it a point to stop. What's kind of the feedback that you get from them?
Well, we've had I'll tell you one dramatic one was a guy that came in and he said, I don't know why I got off at this spot even. I didn't know there was anything here. But I was thinking of how I was going to commit suicide one way or another, and I was just trying to figure out which way I was going to do it. And so we spent some time with him and talked to him, and he gave his life to the Lord, really. And boy, he left here just rejoicing and in a whole different person, you know. And that's kind of a like a supernatural thing that's happened. But and then there was a guy I just interviewed not too long ago that said I got here and I had something like 3 minutes left on my clock. He said, my whole goal today was to get to the Road Angel Trucker Center. That made me feel pretty good, like we're doing something right, you know?
Yeah, and then just lastly here, and appreciate your time again. And just what's maybe I mean we talked about getting involved in that type of thing, but what's maybe just your message to all drivers out there and who you'd like to help, just how you would let them kind of know, just make that first step or get in contact with them, become a regular attendee or someone that uses your facility on a regular basis.
Yep, you can become a member, and that's $30 a year, and that's you and your spouse. But uh, we, uh, you know, I've started what I'm really emphasizing is the Road Angel Church because a lot of drivers say, well, I can't go to church on the road. And so we're providing a way they can. You can see us on YouTube at our Association of Christian Truckers YouTube channel. Um, so we're providing a way for you to do that. And it just gives you peace and gives you a nice thing on your thing. Now, we need donors, and there's no doubt about that. And we need some trucking companies. We need some people that have some deep pockets to help fund us and help give us money for development that we need. And so you can help us that way by telling your company about us. You can help us by becoming members and by giving here, and you can give on our website. We have a Tithely app, and that's really the easiest way. You can just it goes right to us, and so that's one thing. But the easiest way to get a hold of us is to email us either at Association of Christian Truckers at gmail.com, Association of Christian Truckers at gmail.com, or bampastormark at yahoo.com. And we can do anything from that. You know, we can, but you can give, you can mail us at PO Box 187, Brownstown, Illinois, 62418. So there's a lot of ways to help us out, but it's also helping you because this is good ground. Everybody here is volunteers. Nobody gets a salary. I live off my Social Security. Most of my volunteers, uh, they get room and board and $100 a month. So uh, we're not taking the money and wasting it on anything. So know, so we need a little help, but we need some help here at the Road Angel itself. We need some people to come and volunteer, and you can come and volunteer for a week or a day, or you can take your vacation. There's a lot of things can happen that we've had happen in the past. Well, in fact, I got 4 people coming from Florida tomorrow to help for a week, and so things like that. We need that's what our real need is volunteers.
All right, and I know we covered a lot of ground here, but I just want to give you the last opportunity. Anything that you may, that I may have missed, or something that you'd really like to just reiterate, feel free to do so.
Well, drivers, I drove for 15 years and I dispatched for 12. You have to forgive me for that part. But anyway, no, actually, we had a good experience in both places. But, uh, I know what it's like out there. And we know, and we're here because of that. And so, but also once you leave here, we try to equip you so you can help other drivers. And so that we can get this industry roll in the right direction. And we say roll on with Jesus, we really mean it. Get it rolling in the right direction. And so that's what we're here for. We're a nationwide ministry, but we need to expand into more places and more things. And you being a part of that is going to change your life. And we are here for that reason. So come and see us at exit 68, Brownstown, Illinois, 70 miles east of St. Louis and 30 miles west of Effingham. And we're going to be there for you. Roll on with Jesus.